We were speaking to Tisha Khosla and she was telling us all about fashion, style and trends. So I'm going to rope her back in. She is the style mentor at INIFD and she was giving us all wonderful tips. So let's just talk about what we were saying, but let's quickly recap for our viewers who've just joined us. Since we're talking about style, fashion and trends, very quickly, is being fashionable the same as being trendy?
It can be actually because, like I said, they're like the word trend kind of branches out of fashion, right? So, fashion basically means something new and in the moment. Trends basically mean the same thing. So, to be fashionable, you kind of have to incorporate trends into your personal style. So, say for example, you're someone who only likes to wear black dresses when you go out because you feel comfortable in it. Great, you like black, but you could then add a pearl barrette or a headband that's padded like this. You could use a few trend-based accessories to sort of update your basic black dress. So I think to be fashionable, yes, you have to understand trends and understand how you can use them to just better your own personal look.
Yeah. Right. Is this a myth that fashion has to be uncomfortable, or do you feel that comfort should really reign?
So I would say up till like early 2000s, fashion was definitely all about being uncomfortable, wearing high heels, wearing fitted clothes, wearing tighter clothes even if they don't fit you, because that was the image we had in our mind of what a glamorous woman is supposed to be like, you know, very slim, wearing bodycon fitted clothes and wearing heels. That was our idea of a glamorous woman. I'm so happy that has changed now. Today, fashion is no longer about being uncomfortable. You can wear sneakers with dresses, you can wear power suits which are comfortable, and you can still look stylish in masculine silhouettes while combining them with feminine colors. So I think fashion is no longer about how uncomfortable you can make yourself, but it is about how you can take different pieces from different time periods, from different like sporty clothes and at leisure, and you can mix it with, you know, like jewelry and bling. You can do anything and get away with it as long as you're putting it together aesthetically, as long as you're picking a theme, either a color that's running similar to what you're doing, or a certain element that goes with your dress, to your sneakers, your accessories. There has to be something that makes it look like it's actually put together rather than just throwing on things the first thing you wake up in the morning and then being like, oh, I'm comfortable, I'm stylish. It won't work like that also. It's a thin balance, but I think fashion does not have to be uncomfortable anymore, not today.
And is it body type or skin tone dependent?
Yes, I would say it is, although I guess it's politically incorrect to kind of say that, you know, body types don't matter, you should wear whatever you want to wear. That is true for the most part. But it's just, I always say, even to my students when I'm having these sessions with them, there are certain things that will, you know, like, for example, someday you dress up and you just feel so amazing. You're getting compliments and there's like this X factor in a pep in your step because you know you've nailed your look. Why has that happened? Perhaps because the color is suiting you so well because it's for your skin tone, or perhaps the silhouette of the outfit you're wearing is perfect for your body, that it's accentuating what it should and it's hiding the flaws. That's the X factor you get when you are dressing up exactly for your color type or for your body type. Having said that, I'm not ever going to say that, you know, you can't wear this or you can't wear that. That's just silly. Like I said, today anything goes. Today masculine clothes go. Today fitted clothes go. You can wear whatever you want. But knowing your body type will kind of help you elevate your style for those extra special days. Like if you just want to get it right and you want to not take any chances that day. If you know, for example, that you're a pear-shaped body, which I am, which means I'm narrower on top and slightly broader towards my hips. So then I know that I can wear deep necklines here, and I can wear crop tops on top, and I can wear a pencil skirt underneath, and I know that that's just going to accentuate my body and it's going to make it look perfect. But I can wear baggy clothes also. I could wear very really fitted clothes, but perhaps that may not sit well for my particular body type. And that way I would say the same thing for a lot of people who are, say, round body types. Because if you're heavy on your chest area and then you wear too many ruffles over here, that will just make you look bigger than you probably are. So then if you show a little bit of a neckline, it'll accentuate your best feature. So I think these are small tricks that everyone can pick up about their particular body type, and use it to your advantage when you want to, and rest of the time do whatever you want to.
Rest of the time, just wear your confidence, which is what I think one of the viewers just put, saying I'll wear anything and everything as long as I'm wearing my confidence. I think that suits
works.
me. That's very well said, Chant Joshi. We agree with that.
Yep.
Ishika here wanted to know about her body type, which is apple. So she was wondering what could be your suggestion.
So apple, I was talking about earlier, it's a round body type. So it's also politically incorrect to now say your pear shape or your apple shape, although it's like easy to remember. But you know, a pear shape would now be a triangle. Apple body type is a round body type. So round body types tend to be slimmer at their legs and tend to be a little heavier towards their stomach or their chest. So for apple body types, it's really good if you're wearing skinny jeans, because you probably have slimmer legs. And on top, like I said, don't wear ruffles, don't wear too much embroidery around your stomach, don't wear anything that's going to make your stomach area look bigger than it is. So bold colors, empire waistline, deep necklines, that is something that really works well for apple body types or round body types.
Asked about, in fact, a lot of requests on the rectangular body type. So what fruit is that?
So rectangular is basically the traditional model body type, you know. So it's like you're not an hourglass, but you have a straight body type. So to accentuate, basically what body types does is knowing what your body type is supposed to help you create shape in your body. So for example, if you have a straighter body type, you probably want to wear tulip skirts. So that kind of creates an illusion of a hip line. Or you could wear corsets on top, because that looks great on a rectangular body type. And for the most part, rectangular body types have it easy, because look at the runway, look at the models, whatever they wear, they look great. Rectangular body types can look good in anything.
So there you go, all your rectangular body types. First of all, celebrate your body, because you've got one of the perfect ones out there.
Yeah.
People also want to know your styling tips on curating a perfect wardrobe. What should really be in it?
So I think the biggest tip for styling yourself, if you really think about it, you can wear a jeans or a pair of trousers, a top or a dress. And for most people, that's it. But I think styling, the element of extra style that you put, like the extra effort you put, comes from outerwear. Outerwear is the biggest method of styling your looks. So you need to sort of invest in different sort of coats, jackets, blazers, trench coats. If you live in if you live like in cold places like I am, Chandigarh is really cold right now. So having and having lots of coats is a great way of styling and creating an interesting wardrobe. Because a simple dress and you put a little trench coat on it, or you put a denim jacket on it, or you put a leather jacket, or you take like ikat fabric coats, anything, you know. Sustainable options are also very, very great right now, and there's so many people doing great things. You can just style yourself with outerwear, accessories, headbands, bags, jewelry, earrings, rings. Try anything. These small elements will actually definitely upgrade a simple outfit that's just a trouser or a smart top or a dress. So I think...
And how should one curate, from the same question, how should one curate the Miss India wardrobe when they go in for their training and grooming and they're there for 15 to 30 days? What should be the basics that should always be covered?
Based on what I have seen by interacting with Miss India contestants for almost 4 years now, I think there are two things they're doing during any pageant, like any of these contestants during their pageant. What they're doing is two sorts of activities. So one is based on your training. So your sessions, your grooming, the way your walking sessions, it's like that's your core what you're doing during your training. For that, there is this universal model uniform, which is high heels, skinny jeans, and like maybe a crop top or a spaghetti strap top. And you can see any model in the world when she's rehearsing, they're wearing this because it's so comfortable, it's easy, and it tells the person the way the body is moving and if the walk is looking good or not. And then that's the base on which you can wear anything, you can wear any clothes, and then you're on your runway. So I think a lot of girls should invest in a good pair of jeans that accentuates their legs in the best possible way, a good pair of sturdy, strong, comfortable heels, and have spaghetti tops for your training sessions. Then apart from that, what you have are your socializing events, which I don't know if they're happening this year, but usually socializing events are where you're meeting people, you're meeting sponsors, you're going and doing visits, you're interacting with people. So that's where, of course, you need to be a little more dressed up. And I think the best way is have colorful dresses. Don't always wear black. That's my biggest tip I give anyone. Like, if you want to stand out in a crowd, you cannot go out wearing black, especially an ordinary black dress. If you're wearing black, make it like wow, like it's the best black dress there. If it's not the best black dress you can find, I tell people to invest in lots of colors. Colors for your skin tone. It's very easy to find out if you're like your skin tone based on your nerves. So like if you have a greenish tone under your nerves, you know you have a warm skin tone, and if your nerves are bluish in color, you have cool skin tone. Based on that, it's very easy to find out what kind of color will suit you best. So I think
everyone's checking right now quickly because you said it.
So I'm a warm skin tone person. My nerves are very, very green. So warm colors suit me, like reds and oranges and yellows. Those are my colors. Like I would not look as great in blue as I would in red or magenta. So that's the way to know what's working for your skin tone. So I would suggest getting dresses and cute crop tops. Crop tops are a must for I think Miss India contestants, because you can pair a good crop top with skirts, with shorts, with trousers, and you will look super glam, because it you can accentuate your waistline, which they have, like it's their perfect waistline, right? So why not accentuate it? Why not wear ruffles, wear sleeveless or off-shoulder crop tops? I think crop tops are a big, big must for anyone who wants to pack for a Miss India training session. And I think those are the things I would, and of course your sporty clothes. Have some athleisure looks when you're traveling and when you're working out, because those are a must.
So there's this, all of that you've said is fabulous for when you are in person. But this year something amazing happened. The pageant went virtual, so everything is online.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, does this change a bit when you're representing yourself in front of a phone camera and you have, you know, judges on the other side who are virtually talking to you? How should one dress then? Because not always are they going to see the full you, or there's always this much illusion, like how we are talking right now. You don't even know what I'm wearing under. It's just that it's pretty much a blocked view. So how would you?
So I think one of the best things about that is a lot of extra attention will be coming onto people's personalities and how they talk and how they speak and how they think and the words they use. They'll be more focused on the personality, which I think is a great thing. Of course, when you're doing an interview or a one-on-one session like this, good lighting is a must. I think that's something the girls need to keep in mind, that you don't want uneven lighting. You don't want to be whitewashed from one side and too dark from the other. You need a neutral background. Gray, blacks, whites work. And you have to do makeup and hair, because that's what is visible. And I think it's very important for girls to like learn good makeup and hair skills so that they can quickly get dressed without being dependent on someone. And it's just a little bit of an effort, but it shows that you tried and that you're there and you made an effort to be there, and the other person appreciates that always. So I think that is an important thing to do for virtual one-on-ones.
In fact, a viewer just mentioned here saying, can you give some tips on makeup as well, how to keep up with the trends there?
Oh, YouTube. I have learned all my makeup from YouTube. It is really easy to pick it up. And I think the biggest tip for makeup is always, if you're doing very big, bold eyes, then you need to do neutral lip. But if you're doing very thin eyeliner, then you can do bright lips. So I think a lot of people do both, and then that's just, it's too overpowering, and oftentimes it doesn't look great. So I think it's important to understand the balance of when you're doing makeup, if you're going for a big eye or if you're going for big lips. Choose one, always choose one, and that's the most important fashion tip that I think most girls tend to, they know, but they kind of forget. So I think it's a good reminder.
Also, do you think it's good to have some kind of a personal thing that's yours? For example, I remember from as long as I knew fashion,
Yeah,
neck pieces was my thing. So I
yeah,
would always like pick a nice, chunky, heavy neck pieces, and I would always be drawn towards them. So now
yeah,
I've become the neck piece woman. So
yeah.
I'm all my family laugh at me. I would still have my hair in a bun straight after a shower, but the first thing I must wear
Right.
is a neck piece. So,
Yeah,
this part has to be done. So that's become
that's
my
amazing.
thing.
Yeah, I think that's
But
wonderful.
that's not trend dependent. So does that make me
No, but
non-trendy, or does
but
that just
no,
make
no,
my
no. But
style?
that's absolute. It could be trend dependent, because if you really think about it, necklaces are always in trend. It's just what
Mm,
changes is what's coming in the market or what the designers are making. And obviously, in the moment when you're buying something, you will buy something that's come off the runway, or someone has created something that the designer made and then done a little twist on it. So it's great to have a signature style, and that's you, that's inherently you. Like I said, it's internal and something you would love, and everyone should have that little thing that, for example, Taylor Swift for the longest time would only wear red lipstick, and she was famous for her red lips. So everyone,
yes.
there are, like, Kim Kardashian is famous for wearing nude colors and athleisure right now. And
Mm,
I think it's great to have that little thing that's inherently you, and it's your signature. And of course, in that, like you said, if you love neck pieces, and if you're currently buying neck pieces, you'll obviously buy something that's coming from today's trend. So you get updated into the trend, and at the same time, you're using something you love, which is neck pieces. So for me, it's
mm.
headbands. I'm always buying
I was
headbands, and
get to that.
yeah, I love headbands. It's like something I just, I don't know, I just feel like such a princess. I think it's been in my mind since Gossip Girl, because Blair Waldorf used to wear headbands all the time. It came in then because I was a teenager watching it, and it heavily influenced me. And back then, headbands were like small, skinny things. Now they're big. So now my headband has updated according to the trend right now. But the love for
Mhm.
headbands has not gone, so
Yes.
so that is something I think people should definitely have, a little thing that's them, and that they don't want to let go of, because it is them.
And would
It's
you
a lot.
encourage people to experiment? It's because, again, looking at your headband, it looks lovely on you, but I don't think it's, I have that right now to carry chunky hairbands. I feel that my hair probably can't take it. So, and I love hairbands, always have. So even when you can't see it, you would see a subtle one still there. I've
Yeah,
always been a hairband girl, but
yeah,
I kind of wary of trying the chunky ones. So if I was your client,
yeah.
how would you like convince me to go that way and actually give it an experiment?
So I think with these headbands, a lot of people wear them the wrong way the very first time they wear them, and that just throws them off, and they're like, oh God, no, this is too much. But the right way is the way I'm wearing it. You have to place it at the highest point of your head, so that it kind of looks like this. I don't know if you remember, in the Tudor era, women, the queens, had these big headgear. They weren't crowns, but they actually felt like headbands, and they were made of fabric. So
Yes.
this when Prada did this a few years ago, and then this trend picked up like crazy, and it's still going strong. I was like, oh my God, this is like what the Tudor queens were wearing. So in my mind, that's how I would sell it to someone. Like, just imagine you're a princess with a crown on your head, and you're like walking around, and it actually grabs eyes, because people are like, oh, that's a headband. So I think it's great to try it, but then again, I would never want to push someone into trying something just because it's in the moment. Like, it has to feel comfortable. You have to feel like, okay, if I go out of the house wearing it, then I have to not constantly touch it and be aware of it and be fidgety about it.
Mm.
Then you have to be confident. So once you have that confidence, and that comes from conversation and talking to someone and understanding what they like and what they don't like, and then recommending things to them based off of that. So yeah, I think your personality definitely comes first, and then any new trend that you want to try.
Divya wants to know, how do you define boho style?
Boho is actually an extension of the hippie style that came in the 1960s. So that was like the period of flower power and Woodstock, the music festival that happened. It was about flowy clothes. It was about lots of prints. So that look, but that was very very distinctive and is very 60s. That changed, became slightly softer through the 70s. It became more softer, and boho is about today festival fashion, what people wear to music festivals, and it's about lots of lace. It's about flowy dresses, flowy skirts, flowy gowns, headpieces like flower crowns. That is a boho look, and of course lots of fringes, wearing loose kimonos, and pairing that with chunky boots sometimes, because like I said, chunky boots and girly dresses are a big trend right now. So boho is about soft fashion, about soft colors, prints, flowers, and flowy fabrics.
There you go. I hope that's answered for you. And another question here. There's a lot of actually makeup interest, but like Tisha said, I think YouTube is your answer for that. This is more wardrobe specific. But Tisha, if you have any tips for Ria, she says, any advice for girls with big broad eyes as well as big lips? So you've got actually two things to highlight, and it's always a confusion as to not to overdo it.
So because you asking me personally, I would always say if you have big eyes, highlight your beautiful big eyes, because eyes speak so much more than what you can say from your mouth. And I think highlighting big eyes is like, I have tiny ones, so I have to like do stuff to make them look bigger than they are. But naturally big eyes, I think just accentuate that and wear like a light nude or a nude pink lipstick, and I think that would be a great look for someone with big eyes and big lips.
Mahima is asking a very interesting question. She's saying, how does one style hair according to a face shape? How do you like make that a part of your style as well?
Yeah, so for example, if someone has a really big forehead, and that's fine. Like, again, I'm not saying anything is wrong here, but if someone feels the forehead is too big, then for your hairstyle, you could have bangs, because bangs look best on people with a big forehead, because it kind of covers a little bit of what you don't want to show, and then they fall right above your eyebrows. And I think bangs are a great look for a face type that's got big forehead. For someone who's got a really small face, having your hair fall on either side kind of just elongates the look. I have a small face, so I often like to have my hair coming out from both sides, and that just elongates my face. So these are like small things you can, when you try a couple of things, you can tell, your naked eye can tell you that, okay, this is looking good for my face structure. And I think that's how you can style hair for your face structure.
What about tight curls? Do you think they're still in? Because some people just can't get away from that.
Yeah, so like I said, some people, it's just inherently them, like they only wear bodycon. So I guess
Yes.
that's great for them. But in general, bodycon and high heels are kind of not the trendiest thing to wear right now, because right now it's all about androgynous looks. It's about trying different things. It's not about looking the girly girl. It's about being girly with a little bit of a masculine touch in your outfits. It's called power dressing as well. So yeah, I guess bodycon is something I'm not totally in favor of, but some people just have the body for it, and it just looks fantastic on them. So more power to them.
Kim Kardashian being one of them. I have no idea how she's always living in them, but she does. Kathy wants to know, she says, I've always been a tomboy. How do I even begin to groom myself on the other side of styling? So for me, I would think androgynous styling is her answer to begin with, but what's your take?
I agree. For someone who doesn't want to be the girly girl, the traditional girly girl, androgynous looks are a great way to sort of dive into or to dip into fashion for someone who's not into fashion. So you can, like I said, try baggy pants, but with your boots. And so it's a little girly, but it's also kind of tomboyish at the same time. And also, someone identifies as a tomboy, right now is the time to be like, this is the moment for tomboy fashion. Athleisure is doing so well, and athleisure is basically tomboy clothes because it's all about
Totally.
track pants and loose
I'm
jackets.
wearing totally leathery stuff. Nothing to do with
Yeah,
bodycon.
exactly.
Lovely.
That's perfect for now. So I think there's so much to pick up in the market with like baggy clothes or baggy sweatshirts, and you can just, instead of sticking to black or brown, just try more colors because there's so much available right now. And I think that way you can definitely update your tomboy look.
San Crazy Queen wants to know, would you advise people on coloring their hair as well and experiment with hair colors? Is that part of style?
Yes, absolutely. So I was blonde a few years ago because I was just so bored of my dark black hair. Right now I have reddish brown hair. I think I think it's the oldest trick in the book. Like, you want to change your look completely, go color your hair, which is why people turn to coloring their hairs every time they've gone through something major in life. And I think it's a great way to actually look and feel like a different person. And then based off of your hair, you can try different trends and go into wearing different sort of clothes. It's actually a great permanent change because it'll stay for a while, right? And that kind of just pushes you into trying more new things, and it helps you break your boundaries. And that can be a good thing. Sometimes it's very cathartic to be different and to not be stuck in your shell, and hair color helps.
It certainly does. So we spoke about the cool skin tones and we spoke about warm skin tones. We've got a question here asking about deep skin tone. What would be the color that suits a
So
deeper
a
skin tone?
deep skin tone often falls towards warmer skin tones, and deep skin tones, especially in India, we look great in oranges, reds, yellows. So if you see a color wheel, there's like one side it's all warm colors and the other side is all cool colors. And any color that falls on the warm side towards the yellows, orange, rust, those are the colors that will look great for deep skin tones. And then for cooler skin tones, blues, greens, baby pinks, those are the colors for aqua colors. So basically, deep colors have earth colors, and cool skin tones have aqua and ocean colors.
Mahima Joshi wants to know if you are a bit on the heavier side for your lower body, what can you do to minimize the effect?
So to balance that, because if you have a slightly heavier bottom, you can wear statement sleeves on top. You can wear ruffles on top because that means often most people tend to be heavier on one side of the body rather than the other. So if your wider hips are already creating a curve for you, and on top you're looking too slim, you can wear ruffles, you can wear statement sleeves. And statement sleeves are a big trend again. They're called Victorian sleeves right now. And so that will create an hourglass look for you because you're wearing bigger sleeves, so you're accentuating your shoulders, and then your hips are already accentuated, so you create an hourglass for you, and that way you balance out your body.
Smilejeet wants to know. She says, I'm wearing baggy jeans, but I'm also wearing a loose t-shirt on top. And when I look at it, it just looks weird. What am I doing wrong?
So that's a little simple styling trick. Oftentimes, when you're wearing baggy jeans, it's a good idea to wear a fitted top, and vice versa. If you're wearing a loose top, then wear a fitted lower. That way, again, it's about balancing your body, because if you have fitted all over, like we discussed bodycon, that's kind of out of fashion. And loose all over, it's athleisure, it's about comfort dressing. But you can have athleisure looks, but you can have them slightly more fitted in one part of the body. So if you're wearing baggy jeans, I would say, and if it's not looking good to you personally, then you need to wear something more fitted on top, and that way you can balance out your look.
Mansi is asking, is monochrome dressing still in?
Yes, very much. Very much. And people love monochrome dressing. People love wearing same color tones. They may be different shades of purple, but head to toe you're in purple. And for any other color, it goes the same way. Monochromatic looks are, I think, amazing, and they are not going to go out of trend for a long time.
Right. So I think people, you've got so many styling questions. It's absolutely amazing. Everyone wants to get trendy, and we've got the mentor with us. I'm going to very quickly ask about combination power. So, when we go ahead and we buy a few pieces, Tisha, we tend to just focus on, let's say, one dress. Do you think
Yeah.
we should actually think about picking pieces that we can mix and match and make, like you were talking about sustainability,
Yes.
to actually make the most of your wardrobe choices?
Yes. Yeah, so that's a very important question you've asked me. And I think people need to, before shopping, at this point, we've reached a point where the entire industry has been questioned, right? And I think it was needed as well because consumers and their buying patterns needed to change. So today, when you buy something, you have to consciously think about how many times will you wear it? How often can you combine it with different pieces that are already in your wardrobe? And I think more than anything, before shopping, people need to now create lists like we used to when we were kids. Like you would have a list for your birthday. I want to buy this, and then you would only get those things, And I think that was a very a good system. It was a sustainable system. Then you valued those pieces more as well. Whereas today you're everyday buying things and then nobody cares about it, and then you throw it away after wearing 2 or 3 times. So making lists, and it's so easy. Have a list on your phone and consciously decide this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. And then when you go out, consciously search for those particular pieces rather than just buying whatever comes in front of you, because that's impulsive shopping, which we are kind of trying to discourage at this point. So if you have a list in your, like I wanted a pair of white trousers and they were not easy to find, and it took me almost 8 months, but every time I would go out, I would only search for that. I had an agenda in my mind that this is what I want, and so it kind of curbed what I'm buying. It helped me channelize my energies towards picking up only the things that I really, really want. So people should have a list. You should have your basics sorted, like your basic jeans and your basic dresses. That is like core. That's your core wardrobe. After that, when it comes to trend-based pieces, I would say pick maybe 4 to 5 every 6 months. Don't go shopping for new trends every month. That's not sustainable either for your pocket or for our environment. You can just pick and choose a few things, 6 to 7 trend-based items every 6 to 7 months. And that way you're not over shopping. You're consciously thinking of what you're buying, and you're picking things that you already know will go with what you already had, what you already have in your wardrobe. So I think that's a very simple thing everyone can do. Just have a list and you will find what you really, really want.
We have a very cute question from Priyanshi. We have to take this, Tisha. She says, I want some dressing tips to wear to a medical college under the apron. Simple yet stylish. So, yes, your tips for her, please.
If you're wearing it under the apron, I guess if you're like if you're studying and you're like there all the time, then you just want to be comfortable. I would say save fashion for afterwards, like when you're away from all of that, so that your everyday dressing, like I said, is your core wardrobe, which does not need to change. There was a reason why Steve Jobs would wear a black turtleneck every day. He said it was very efficient because he didn't have to think all the time about what he wants to wear. It worked for him because he was constantly doing the same thing every day. So for someone who has a permanent job or something they're doing every day, it's good to have your basics sorted so that you're not consciously thinking about clothes, and then go all out in your free time. That's when you experiment. That's when you can try different things. I think that's the way to go.
We've got some interesting questions for my ring as well. So people, I would love to tell you where it's from, but it's been so many years, and that's the one thing I was asking Tisha as well. I tend to repeat a lot of accessories. I'm a total accessory girl.
Yeah.
But this was bought at an airport. I don't even remember which one, but many years ago. But maybe Tisha can tell you if there's something like this can be bought anywhere around still. It's just got lots of crystals, and it's like more.
Yeah, that's the great thing about trends, right? Like things just keep coming back. So I'm sure if you go out into the world, you can find something similar, not exactly the same, but yeah, I'm sure.
So there you go. Don't lose hope, people. You will still find it. Just keep, like she said, write it in the list.
Right, make a list. Statement ring.
You might just find that.
Yeah, your list should be like, I want a statement ring, and then put it in your phone and then go hunting for one.
Pragati also is asking. She goes, "I've got. She's good with styling herself, but I think when it comes to hair, she's got just very straight, fine hair. So something like maybe what you've done. So what have you done
Yeah.
to your hair to give it that kind of volume that goes really well? Could you
So
share some tips on
so for my hair, I have like a different things that I have actually collected a lot of hair tools over the past few years because I love curling my hair. I have naturally straight hair, like straight wavy hair. So you can actually, I have done tutorials on how I did this hair. You can find it on my Instagram if you're really interested. But there's a tool called Hot Tools. It's a bubble wand. I'm sure you can find it on Amazon. These bubble wands sort of create waves instead of creating tight curls, and I like waves more than tight curls at this point. So otherwise you can see my I think there's an IGTV video or a reels on how I did this hair.
We've actually got a request from Rajat Singh. Can you please share some tips for guys as well? He's very keenly
So
right
that's
now.
my weakness because I'm so focused on like women's fashion and like how I dress myself and like talking to girls. Most of our students are girls. So, but I guess for boys, I would say right now, athleisure looks are just as in for boys as they are for girls. Having stylish, baggy denim jackets and any kind of trench coat for men is very stylish right now, especially if you're in the northern part of the country where you can actually wear coats right now. And I would say boys should definitely experiment with outerwear. That's a tip that runs for girls as well as for boys, because you can wear a regular jeans and a shirt, but then on top of that, the way you style an outerwear jacket, I think that does wonders.
And would a change of eyebrow bring a change in the overall look, we've been asked?
Eyebrows
The
change
shape.
everything. Eyebrows are important now. But I think it's like people go really big and bold with eyebrows, and you can have skinny eyebrows. I think that's a very personal choice. And just filling them in is an important thing. The shape and how big you want to go with it is your personal choice. But in general, just fill in the gaps where the hair is a little less, and it kind of completes your makeup look. Without it now, makeup just feels incomplete if you haven't brushed through your eyebrows or if you haven't filled in the little spots that are very starkly white compared to rest of your hair.
Yeah, like Tisha said, I think it's more of a personal choice. Like I've
Yeah.
seen so many really sort of bigger, broader brows these
Yeah,
days. That's like the trend, if we call
that's the
it.
trend. Yeah.
I am very skeptical to go that way because I'm very comfortable with keeping them thin, and that's
Yeah,
how I've always. This has been me. So it's very hard for me to just go bushy all of a sudden. That I
yeah,
don't feel,
exactly.
which is very for a Sardani, by the way. But I just feel this has been me. So I've stuck to it. So I suppose you will have this internal voice that will draw you towards certain things, and for
Absolutely.
some, you will just stick to your personal style.
Some
So
things
that's the
just
confidence
stay you.
you need from
Yeah.
within.
Yeah. Some things we don't touch.
Yes. I would never. But anyway, I want to very quickly come to a few fun questions. You've answered some really serious styling questions. Now let's get to know you a bit better. People want to know what's your favorite color.
Oh, so I tell people rainbow because how can I choose one? It's impossible to choose one. I love all the colors in the rainbow, so I love all the colors. But
And you
I
know,
think
there's a color. Sorry, go on.
but there's a color that I don't wear often, but it's like my entire room is that color, and it's pink. So I love
You're a
pink
candy
in my
heart.
interiors and in my decor, and I like to see pink everywhere. Like my hand luggage is pink and stuff like that. But I don't wear pink that often because I don't think I look that great in it. But I love to see it around me.
Which is the color for 2021 in your view?
So it's definitely going to be more of pastels and natural and nude colors, which are already going on from 2020. So if you see the trends for the last 3 years, 2018 was all about millennial pink, which was a baby pink color, which became all the rage. 2019 was neo mint, which is a pastel green. This year was about lilac, which is like a lavender baby purple, and I think these colors and these color tones are going to continue for 2021, and lots of neutrals and whites because people are just trying to find inner peace right now, and these neutral colors are kind of soothing to wear.
Your favorite designer?
My favorite designer in India is Amit Agarwal. Like, I love his work. I love how innovative he is with the things he's doing. And then I also love the work of so INIFD produces Gen Next at Lakme Fashion Week every year. And this year Gen Next happened on Sustainable Fashion Day. So we launched three new designers who were doing sustainable work, and they were doing lots of cottons and silks, and the loom art was really good. I really liked their collection. And there's a brand called Miche that was part of Gen X. They had a really good collection as well.
Your style inspiration?
My style inspiration, so initially it was Audrey Hepburn, and I have a whole wall of Audrey Hepburn behind me. I love Audrey Hepburn's classic looks, but then they became too monotonous for me, like too classic, too basic. Right now, I think my style inspiration has definitely come out of shows like Younger, which is produced the same stylist who styled Sex and the City has styled Younger as well. So and she's the stylist who styled Emily in Paris, which was a big thing right now. So I have, that's my sensibility, like chic, stylish pieces that are classic, but then I can upgrade them with any kind of trend anytime.
What are the three must-haves in your wardrobe?
Three must-haves: a good trench coat. Like, I'm a sucker for trench coats. A good pair of sneakers, because again, I don't wear heels anymore. Like, I've given up wearing heels. I wear sneakers everywhere. Like, I just attended a wedding recently, and underneath my lehenga I was wearing sneakers because I wanted to be comfortable. So a good pair of sneakers, a good trench coat, and a good everyday bag. Very important.
I'm wearing sneakers right now, so yes.
Yes,
To that.
sneakers.
Although, yeah, I mean, that was my own present to myself, but they're comfy and they're stylish. You keep them
Yes,
good, and even
so stylish.
brand into that. So
Yeah,
comfort.
yeah.
Right. One celebrity you would love to style on the ramp?
On the ramp, oh God, I don't know. Like, I feel, so this is a very typical answer, because, but the thing is, I don't see a lot of people in Bollywood wanting to experiment as much as Sonam Kapoor experiments. Like, she can carry off anything and look great, you know. And I think that is sort of, that drive to try new things is missing in a lot of other actresses in Bollywood. So probably Sonam Kapoor, because you can make her wear crazy clothes and she will still like look great in them.
Your expression when you see someone really wearing something very wrong on the red carpet?
So, like, I would just look at my mom and like roll my eyes, but secretly.
Oh, well, thank you. I think you really shared everything from your heart and from your style, of course.
Thank
And we're
you.
very, very happy to have that info. I would love to carry on, so many more questions coming, but I think we really ran out of time here a long time back. We're just continuing. Maybe we should now.
But
And
this
if you guys
has been
are
so
still,
fun chatting with you.
sorry, I
I
overlapped
just
you.
said it's been great chatting with you. I've loved all the questions and just answering and knowing how interested people are, you know, in clothes and style and trends.
I'm amazed as well. It's a fabulous candid chat style that we've had here. We could just talk about this all day, in fact, and just have a cup of coffee and carry on. It's that kind
Keep
of
going.
girly chat we've had.
Yes.
So thank you very much for your time, Tisha. Totally loved this session.
Same here. I loved it. Thank you.
And thank you to everyone watching us right now.
Yes.
Love that you join in each time we have an expert opinion. Thank you for your time. And I always say this, but today this means real something. People, keep it stylish. All right. Bye-bye then.
Bye.
See you soon.